Hey everybody, it's time. Yep, it's tea time. Come on in here. My tea is just right. You know the Goldilocks and the Three Bears story we heard when we were children. It was too hot and then it was too cold, and this is just right. So grab your tea. Join me and all these other people coming in here, and we're going to have a nice little cup of tea with our friends. Isn't this worth waiting for all day long? I look forward to this every single day. So get on in here. I'm going to take a little sip. Are you joining me? It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's not lukewarm. It's just right. So please share our videos with other people. They may need a break too, and you can help them. You can help them. Take a little break. Take some, I call this my medicinal tea, because it really does help me get through the rest of the day. So everybody, here's to the next 15 minutes. Who knows what we're going to learn? And I've got to draw something out of our little teapot. So let's take one more drink. I got my teapot right here. I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to grab one. I got it right in my hot little hand. And I'm going to set things up for tomorrow. So I've moved it to the back of my shelf, and I'm pulling out the wise old owl, because he'll be giving us some wisdom tomorrow. Oh, this is a good one. They're all good, though. The legacy we leave. Well, you know, legacy is what we leave. So that's a little redundant, but hey, my husband taught me how to be redundant, or not be redundant. So the legacy we leave. This is so good. Many years ago, I got this testimonial, and we were doing a speaking engagement in Vegas. And I got a note from somebody, which I didn't see for years later, because I get a lot of emails every day. But then a few years later, I got this testimonial from a 16-year-old girl whose mother had passed away, and she was getting ready to cook Thanksgiving dinner for her family. And she had 4 brothers and sisters, and her father, and she was the oldest, so it automatically she felt like it fell upon her to take control of the situation. And her mother had kept a control journal. Imagine that. Her legacy was a control journal. She found out she was dying, and she set in motion all the things she knew that would help her family. So she made a Thanksgiving control journal. She took Leanne's menu mailer and put that in her control journal, which is the best turkey recipe you'll ever fix for your family. But she was going to fix Thanksgiving dinner for her family. Now, my biggest concern at the time was that she wasn't being a teenager. So I have peoples, and Amy Lacey was living in Vegas at the time, and she gives the grandmother a call, because I found the grandmother's email. I did a search and I found the grandmother's email, because the lady was too sick to come to the event that we had in Las Vegas. And it was, you can still hear this event, and it is on in our Fly Lady live events, that it's for $5 there. But it was our very first time to record an event. And I just couldn't get over the sadness that I felt. And I didn't know why. And I got on stage, and Amy and her sisters and her mother had performed a song beforehand, and I was just emotional. We had had a prayer breakfast for all the mothers that had left this world, and the legacy that they had bestowed upon their family. And I got to thinking about our mother and her legacy, and it was just sad. It was sad. And that's about all I'm going to say on that, but it was sad. And so I got up and I gave a speech, and I cried through most of the speech. And my sister Patty said, "We can't sell this." And I said, "Sister, we're supposed to sell it. I don't know why, but we're supposed to sell it. We're supposed to get it up." I don't even think YouTube was around then. And I said, "We got to get it up." So we got it uploaded on our website, and you can purchase it. But I'm not trying to sell it to you. That's not what I'm doing here. What I'm saying is there's a reason for everything. There is an absolute reason for everything. And this lady, because I took the legacy breakfast and turned it into a speech, I let the Holy Spirit guide me. Because of that, this lady named Denise was able to put together a lasting legacy of her routines and how she prepared for Christmas and the things she had already purchased for Christmas presents. All of this was in her control journal. Her control journal was her legacy. And she passed away in September of that year. And they put the Fly Lady logo on her tombstone. And I still have that picture, and I've shared it before. But Fly Lady's been a lot of places, but I never dreamed she'd be on somebody's tombstone. So she took our routines and incorporated them into her life and into the love that she had for her family. And that prepared her to leave this world, knowing that her family was going to be able to survive because she had helped them to incorporate routines into their life. So, is your legacy going to be cluttered? Is your legacy going to be ordering out pizza and going through drive-thrus all the time? Is your legacy going to be a messy house and a yelling mama? Is your legacy going to be storage units filled to the top? Is your legacy going to be the Christmas banshee that is screaming at your family day in and day out? You love Christmas, but you've made Christmas hell at your house because you've got an ugly mouth. So here's to establishing a legacy of love and honor and peace and kindness and blessing others with what is in you. Giving to others in a way that you can't do when your house is a mess. So establish your legacy. Do what you need to do to create peace in your home, because peace starts with you. It doesn't just happen. You have to create that environment of love and peace, and it starts with a shiny sink. I told Leanne earlier today that our shiny sink video, it's one I made a long time ago. It's almost had 1 million views. And everybody go share that shiny sink video. Leanne says, and she has faith, Leanne says we can turn that shiny sink video into 1 million views this week. This week we can do this. We can do it. So folks, here's the peace. And the peace starts with all of us loving each other, getting our homes in order. Leanne's quote for the week is, let me see if I can get it right. Diana Nyad swam 111 miles. Think of that. From Cuba to Key West, 111 miles. That's my number. That's my number. It speaks to me. Because I was born January the 11th. 111 miles. And somebody asked her how she did it. And she said, I found a way. She had tried 3 or 4 times. She found a way. The Shiny Sink video is on our YouTube channel. YouTube.com/The Fly Lady. It's the first thing that comes up. So let's shine our sinks. Let's shine our sinks. That's where it starts. With shining your sink. Getting dressed to lace up shoes every day. Doing a load of laundry to keep your laundry caught up so that you don't get stuck in this Mount Washmore that you can't scale. These simple little habits strung into routines change your life and get rid of the chaos, which makes your life open to peace. And that's the peace that I have. It's the peace that Leanne has. And when we have that peace, we can hear what it is that God has in store for us. We can hear it. We know where it comes from. It comes from shining the sink, getting your shoes on, getting dressed, fixing your face and hair, and being ready for your day. Instead of being a ping pong ball. Remember many years ago we had Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Moose or somebody, Bunny Rabbit, would drop ping pong balls and they'd go everywhere. This may be before a lot of y'all's time. But Captain Kangaroo, these ping pong balls were all over the place. I can't imagine picking up all those ping pong balls. But that's how we are. We just ping pong around, putting out one fire after another, and we never establish a habit. I want you to establish one habit. This month it's doing our laundry. Next month it's going to be setting up our launch pad and doing our before bed routine. Mr. Green Jeans, I remember Mr. Green Jeans. He had green overalls. I loved Captain Kangaroo too. And he wasn't an old man. He was young. So folks, here's to our legacy of love and peace and a home that is welcoming to friends and family, and especially to your children's friends. Having a home that blesses them, that allows them to have a place to come and play and not be scared. I mean, for your children to be scared to let their friends in the house or embarrassed, that's a better word. But having a home that is inviting to the neighborhood people, all it takes is establishing one habit at a time. That's why we do 12 months of them. The first January is shining your sink. February is decluttering 15 minutes a day. March is getting dressed to lace up shoes. April is making your bed. May is moving. Getting your body up and down those flights of steps, or walking around the block, or walking around your inside of your house. Moving. Doing a 4-minute workout. Little things. June is drinking your water. Most of us are dehydrated. July is swish and swipe. August is laundry. Doing a load a day. September, your before bed routine and setting up your launch pad so you don't forget things when you walk out the door. October is getting rid of our paper clutter. November is menu planning. And if you haven't tried Leanne's Dinner Answers, go sign up for it right now. She's got a great big deal going on when you use coupon code BACKTOSCHOOL. You get $20 off. It's the best deal she's ever had on this. You can get a head start on menu planning if you just sign up for her emails, and she only sends one a day. Not like me, but ours, we have a different way of doing things. But one a day, and she will send you a free week of Dinner Answers. You can see if you like it. You still got time. And then December is the most important habit of the whole year. That's learning to pamper yourself just a little bit every day. Just a little bit. You know, sit and have a cup of tea. You're doing it with me. Look at this. A cup of tea. This is the beginning of changing the inheritance that you're going to leave for your family. This is the beginning. Here's to that shining sink. It's just right. I love you all. I will see you bright and early in the morning at 11 o'clock. Are you going to be ready? Be dressed to lace up shoes. And it's plan and play day. I'll see you later. Go in peace. This is your legacy. Peace. Peace that comes from knowing who you are, from loving yourself. You can do it. If I did it, anybody can do it.